एव च गीतानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So, welcome to the Bhagavad Gita Sarartha Varshini Tika and the Rasik Ranjan, which is a sub commentary to the Sarartha Varshini. We started with the ninth chapter, which is Raja Guhya Yoga, the most confidential knowledge. And then we explained the connection between the seventh and eighth and the ninth chapter. Krishna starts giving the Gyan and Vigyan in the seventh chapter. And in one sense, seventh and eighth chapter, the Aishwarya Gyan is given. In the ninth chapter, the Aishwarya Gyan, which is required for Ananya Bhakti, Madhurya. That is, so ninth chapter speaks about the powers of the Lord, Aishwarya Gyan, which is required for performing Kevala Bhakti. So that's the connection. We saw that there are parallels between seventh and ninth chapter. And then we began with the first section. Krishna says, that Guhyatamam. So this Guhyatamam refers to pure devotional service. Guhya is Sankhya knowledge, second and third chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Guhyatara is seventh and eighth chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. But the ninth is this knowledge leads to pure devotion. So that's why. And because, I will give you the Gyan and Vigyan. And then how rare is this Vigyan? This, it's the topmost Raj Vidya. And then he speaks, of those who don't have this Kevala Bhakti, Shraddha. What will happen? Aprapyamam nivartante mrityu samsara vartante. Now, I had mentioned in the last class, if you all remember, and we had a holiday also, Saturday and Sunday, that you should read Prabhupada's purport very meticulously because Prabhupada is very heavy in this purports. One of the heaviest purports in the entire Bhagavad Gita, I feel. How many of you have read it? Raise your hands. How many read the Bhaktivedanta purport for 9.3 of the Bhagavad Gita? Anyone who read it, raise your hands. Let me see. No one. It's very important that we read. So, how many of you decide to read it and come tomorrow evening for the discussion? Raise your hands. Okay. Almost all except Tukaram Mishkin Prabhu. I hope you're there online. Yes. Okay. Please read. One purport will take not even more than 10 minutes. So please read it and then we will discuss. So I'll not discuss that now. So it was spoken about this verse, and now Krishna's inconceivable relationship with the material world. So this is the next section. This is now the Aishwarya Gyan, which will lead to practice of pure bhakti. So within this section 9.4 to 9.10, relationship with Krishna's relationship with the material world. Now, relationship with the souls is spoken in 4, 5, and 6, and relationship with the material energy is spoken in 7 to 10. So, those who have attended the introduction thematic Bhagavad Gita course, the relationship with the souls is, the Jagadish Vara with the Jiva. So this relationship Krishna is going to speak. And the relationship of the Jagdishwar with the Jagat. Able to write properly. Hopefully now it's better. Okay, the Jeev and the Jagat is there, but specifically, the Jiva is bound in this Jagat, and that Krishna doesn't bring out that much. But his relationship with both of these. Just a minute. Just give me a minute, please. Sorry for some interruption. So, so let's see what Krishna has to speak of his relationship with the souls. This is Aishwarya Gyan, Krishna's relationship with the world. But within that, we saw with the souls is, okay. Maya tadam idam sarvam jagatam vyaktamurtina matstani sarvabhutani nachaham teshu avastita. This one verse you can say proves the achintya bheda abheda bheda bha tattva, and the absolute truth is defined. Maya tadam idam sarvam jagat avyaktarum murtina. This is like the Brahman, absolute truth is Brahman. And matstani sarva bhutani. I pervade everything, I enter into everything. This is the Paramatma. And na chaham teshos, but I am not in there. So in his Bhagwan feature, Krishna is in Golok Vrindavan. So the absolute truth, in all his features is defined in this verse. I pervade this whole universe. Maya tadam idam sarvam jagat. By my form. Murti is there again. Although it is, that's why nothing is formless in this world. In fact, if you see, even the sunshine particles have form like that. you know, by my form invisible to material senses, since I am the cause, avyakta murtina. So that is a deeper meaning. The cause is not seen because he's invisible, he's transcendental and he's not perceived. Avyakta. We have studied the meaning of avyakta in the 8th chapter. The spiritual world is, not manifested to us, to the material senses. So invisible to material senses, since I am the cause, avyakta murtina. All entities are situated in me. Matstani, sarvabhutani, since I am their cause. But I am not in them. Now here, all living entities are situated in me is in his Paramatma feature. Because through Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, Karanodakshaya Vishnu, and Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. But I am not, I is in his Bhagwan feature. Bhagwan feature. But I am not in them since I am completely detached. Na chaham teshu upasthita. So Vishwanath Chakravarti mentioned this in this section. In 7 verses, the Lord speaks about the knowledge of the powers of God required by devotees who are situated in Dasya Bhakti. So this is Aishwarya, na? Dasya Bhakti, that's why he says. This whole universe is pervaded by me, Maya Tadam Idam, whose form is invisible to the senses, Avyakta. Avyakta means it is invisible. Krishna is pervading everywhere, but he is not seen, since I am the cause of the universe. So, because the Lord is the cause of the universe, I am in the universe. Krishna is present in the universe and he is the cause of this universe, but still he is not perceivable in the universe. And as well, all the living entities, moving and non-moving, are situated in me, matstani, because the Lord is situated even in the atoms, andantarasto paramano chantara, and even accompanying every jiva. A form of pure consciousness, since I am their cause, the universe is in me. The universe is there in him, you know. So it is there in his body in the form of Mahavishnu, and with his breathing, he manifests this universe. But I am not in all these entities. I do not pervade them as clay is present in its product, a pot, because I am completely independent of everything. So this is in his Bhagwan feature. Okay, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Very brief commentary, but Prabhupada gives a very exhaustive commentary also, which we should read. I am not within the universe in the same way that earth is contained within a pot. I am not within the universe in the same way that earth is contained within a pot. This world is not a parinam transformation of me, nor is it vivarta illusion. It's not that the Lord himself transforms into this world, then the Lord is not no more there. just like the pot. The earth gets transformed into pot. When the earth gets transformed into pot, now the earth is into a pot and there is no more the earth material. Suppose you have 1 kg of mud, and that 1 kg of mud, you make pots, maybe say 10 pots. So now, where is the earth? The earth is there in the pots. But the earth material as such is not there because now it is transformed into pots. So like that, that is called as Parinamvad. Of course, we will not go into these vadas because it's a very deep, in-depth discussion of philosophy, which time doesn't permit us to go into. But Parinam, I hope you could understand transformation. Here is an example of Parinam. Milk is a pure substance. In contact with a souring agent, it turns into yogurt. Once it turns into yogurt, it's no more milk. That entire milk transforms into yogurt. So the entire earth transforms into a pot. So this is called as Parinamvad. This is what the Mayavadis say. This is called transformation. This is Parinam. Thus, yogurt is a Parinam, transformation of milk. Here is an example of Vivar. To mistaken one object for another. This is called as Vivartavad. Examples of this are mistaking a rope for a snake and thinking that there is silver in an oyster because the oyster shines like silver. So that is mistaking, an object for another, you know. So there is actually rope, but you mistake it as snake. I am the absolute conscious entity. This world and the jivas have come into existence due to the power of my potency. My potency is the doer, while I remain indifferent from both the individual living entities and the material world. So that is how Maya Tadam Idam Sarvam Jagat Avyakta Murtina. No? Matstani Sarva Bhutani. So this world and living entities manifest from me. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives a little different insight compared to Vishwanath Thakur. Now, Krishna, in the previous verse you saw, he says, Matstani Sarva Bhutani, and here he contradicts completely in the next verse. Nacha Matstani Bhutani. In the previous verse, Krishna said, Matstani Sarva Bhutani. That is Bhagavad Gita 9.4 P3. That is the third pada. Now in Bhagavad Gita 9.5 P1, he is completely contradicting what he has said here. He is completely contradicting Namastani Bhutani. So, how do you understand this contradiction? Who will answer? How do you understand this contradiction? Who will answer this? Okay, one hand has been raised. Veer Krishnaji, yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Dhanavad Prabhu. So, Prabhu, this contradiction can be seen from the point of view Achintya Bheda Ved Tattva. Two contradicting quality simultaneously present, and this is one of the energy of the Lord by which he does that, and that
Okay.
energy is Achintya Bheda Ved. So
Okay.
he is present.
Oh, sorry. What you were saying? Sorry, I got.
So by this energy, Achintya Shakti,
But you
he
are just
shows both
explaining it as
both
Achinta Beda Beda Tat, but how he is Nacha Matstani and Matstani, you are not able to explain me that.
by his Achintya power, Prabhu. That by his
No,
Achintya power,
that Achintya, if you tell like that, then Mayavadis also tell Nirvachaniya, it cannot be explained now.
mm,
Now tell me,
mhm, mhm.
Matstani Sarva Bhutani in is which feature? Brahman, Paramatma or
Paramatma
Bhagavan?
feature, Paramatma
And Nacha
feature.
Matstani means when he says then, in is which feature?
He is in Bhagavan feature
That is the
as a Krishna.
explanation.
Mm, mm.
So this is only possible with the absolute truth. That is why
As
he
a
says
Paramatma he is
Pashyam.
present, but as a Bhagavan feature is not present.
Pashyame Yogam
But
Aishwarya. This is his
uh, but
Achintya
again,
Shakti.
but again, in case of devotee, he is present also.
That is,
He is present as a.
when as Paramatma is neutral, Samoham Sarva Bhuteshu, but ye
Hmm.
bhajante tu mam bhaktya. No, he
Hmm.
reciprocates, because you
Hmm.
worship him as, personal God. That's why. So he reciprocates ye ata mam prapadyante accordingly. That we have studied already. So
Yes.
that is his Achintya Shakti, Pashyame Yogam Aishwaryam. So Krishna was also in yoga. He's in yoga with whom now? Who will answer? Yoga with what? Yes, Bir Krish Prabhuji.
Uh, Yoga with the living entity, of course. It's
Yeah. Living entity and the world also.
world also. World also.
Right now we are in yoga with this world, and that's why we are
Hmm.
suffering. The senses are in union with the sense objects here. That's also kind of yoga. But
So
this is
this
yoga.
explanation like this only prove. I mean, the 9.4. It's I mean, as a Paramatma, he's pervading, but um, uh, as
As
a Bhagavan
Bhagwan,
feature
he's not
9.5, he
present.
is not present. He is not.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Pashyame.
This is nice concept.
And then the
Swabhava.
more interesting, yeah, and more interesting is, although he is Bhutabrin, you know, Bhutabrin, Nacha Bhutasto. Bhutabrin means though I maintain them and protect them, Bhuta Bhavana, Nacha Bhutasto. You know, this is again a contradiction within this one line. Bhutabrin cha, Bhutabrin na cha Bhutasto. So again, Bhutabrin in his, Bhagwan feature, na cha Bhutasto, sorry, Bhutabrin in his Paramatma feature, he maintains every living entity. Nacha bhutasto is again in his Bhagavan. Mamatma bhuta bhavana. My mind, mama atma. Hmm? Bhuta bhavana. I am the bhuta bhavana. I am the protecting them. So we'll come to the explanation from Vishnu Chakatakur's verse. Though everything is situated in me, they are not situated in me, since I am completely independent of everything, since I means in his Bhagavan feature. But this is contrary to what you said before, that you are pervading the universe and that you are the shelter of the universe. See my supernatural yogam power, Aishwarya, my extraordinary skill in doing what cannot be done, and see also something else which is astonishing. Even though I am a maintainer of all living beings, Bhuta Brit, in the universe and the protector of all of them, Bhuta Bhavana, I in my spiritual form, Mama Atma. So I in my spiritual form, I means again here Bhagavan, who resides in the spiritual world. I am not in them. So as Paramatma, he is there, but not as Bhagavan. I hope this explanation is good. Since in the Lord, there is no difference between the body and the soul, the expression my body, Mama Atma, is employed in the manner of expression, the head of Rahu. So Vishwanath Thakur gives example. Head of Rahu. When you say head of Rahu, Rahu has only an head, but his head represents the whole body. Though Rahu and his head are not different, there is no difference between head and Rahu, as Krishna and his body are non-different. So that is the example. The possessive case is just making some distinction. No, Rahu has only head and no other bodily part. The meaning of this is the jivas accept a body, protect it, and developing attachment to it remain in that body. But though I accept all the living entities and protect them, though they are my material body consisting of all creatures, I am not situated there because I am not attached. So that is the explanation. Bhaktivinoda Thakur. All beings and elements exist in me alone. All beings and elements. So this refers to, you know, Maya Tadam Idam Sadam refers to both the jivas and the Jagat. Jivas and the Jagat. Do not conclude from this that all beings exist in my actual self, in this Bhagwan feature. Rather, they exist by the power of my Maya Shakti. It's through my Maya Shakti. You, the Jivas, will not be able to comprehend this fact by your own limited intelligence. Therefore, understand it to be my mystic opulence, Pashyame Yogameshwar, and know me as Bhutabrit, the supporter, Bhutastha, all pervading, and Bhut Bhavana, the maintainer of all manifestation. Consider my activities to be the functions of my energy. Not my energies are, in one sense, different and non-different from me. I am present in the energies and I am not different from the energies. Fix yourself in the conception that there is no difference between me and my body, as I am the absolute spirit. As Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur also mentioned about Rahu and his head, you know, Rahu's head, we say. For this reason, I am actually completely aloof, although I am the cause and basis of the material manifestation. Now, Krishna gives an example to understand this. Yata akashasito nityam vayu sarvatra go mahan tata sarvani bhutani matstanit upadharaya. Please understand that just as the wind situated in the ether, nityam akashasita goes everywhere by my support, sarvatra go mahan. So all beings are supported by me alone. Tata sarvani bhutani matstani. Though the living beings are in me, who remain detached and independent, they are not in me. This is what he had told. Matstani sarma bhutani nachata matstani mat. And though I am in there, I am in them, I am not in them. So when Krishna says, though I am in them, let me go here now. Though I am in them. So what does this mean? Let us see how much we have understood. What does it mean? Yes, Govinda Nandini Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Prabhu, it is Paramatma feature of the Lord.
Very good. Excellent. And I am not in them. What does it mean? Yes.
No, I didn't get this.
Pardon?
I didn't get this.
This is Bhagwan feature. Simple. The Bhagwan feature of the absolute truth. Okay. An example is given in this verse to illustrate. The wind remains always situated in ether. The wind is situated in ether, which has a nature of being detached. The ether is detached. Hmm. Oh, sorry. The wind always remains in ether. The wind has a nature of being restless, going everywhere. Sarvatra gha, and is great in size. Mahan. Sarvatra gah mahan. Yata akasyato nityam vayu sarvatra go mahan. Because of the detachment of ether, the wind is situated in it. The wind is situated in ether, but not situated in it. The ether, though in the wind, is not the wind because of detachment. So the wind can move everywhere because it is supported by the ether. Though, the ether limits, it cannot go beyond the ether. So it is situated in ether, but because it is detached, though the wind is in the ether, it is not also in the ether. This is the example. Okay. Why this is happening nowadays, I don't know. Similarly, all things such as ether, which are great in dimensions, are moving everywhere. Sarvatra are situated in me, but are not situated in me, since I also have the nature of detachment. So just like you know, ether is detached to the wind, but it is limiting the wind. So similarly like that. Please consider and accept this fact. It requires a little careful, deep thinking to understand even the example what Krishna is giving. But you said that your powers are inconceivable. Pashyame yogameshwarya. I mentioned, na, Achintya Shakti. then how can those powers remain inconceivable if you're just like common ether and wind? You're giving this example, ether and wind, but this is conceivable, but you're saying inconceivable. This is explained as follows. Ether has detachment because it is unconscious by its very nature. Very nature. Among conscious beings, however, detachment does not exist anywhere except in the Lord. Now, sometimes, the jiva, although he might become renounced from this world, but we cannot claim that we are detached because we have not created this world. Only Krishna can claim that detachment. And because we are worshipping Krishna, that quality manifests in us, but we should never claim that. Only Krishna is udasinavat asina. You have to understand. Even though he is at once contains everything and dwells in everything. So just like let's take now example. Who are parents here? Raise your hands. One, Navneet Kalra Mataji, Govind Nandini Mataji. Okay, Bir Krishna Bhuji. Govind Nandini Mataji. Are you there?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Now, in one sense, you are the creator of your children, right? In one sense. Yes and no also. Okay. So you maintain your children, right?
Yeah. Yes, Prabhuji.
So, but it is difficult to become detached from the children, right? Because they are your own
Yes.
creation. Yes. But Krishna
Yes.
is detached from this creation. No? So that's why they are in him and they are not in him. No? So that's how it is like that. This is a simple example. This fact established the inconceivability of the Lord. So it is inconceivable, in fact. In any case, this example comparing ether to the Lord is given for understanding for the common man. But here you have to understand the ether and wind both are unconscious and both are matter. But the jivas and the Supreme Lord are conscious. So that's why it is inconceivable. Okay, Bhaktivinoda Thakur mentions now. Souls in material bondage cannot really understand this tattva. So to explain it with a mundane example is not very satisfactory. Actually, this mundane example is also not very satisfactory because, you know, it cannot really explain transcendental reality. But some, we are in the material world, some mundane example will give us some idea. Yet, in an attempt to make it clearly understandable, I will give you an example. Although you will not be able to understand it fully, even after serious contemplation, see? Although I'm just speaking now directly and I'm assuming that devotees are a little bit able to comprehend it, but you will be able to comprehend something, he says, It's very inconceivable, in fact. Okay, again, the same problem has started. I don't know what to do when the pen starts acting. Wow. Sky is all pervading element, and within it, the movement of the atoms is multi-directional. So sky is ether now, and everything is moving around within this. The sky is the substructure of everything, yet it is always aloof from the activities of the wind. Although it is in touch and not touch also. In the same way, even though all the living entities emanate from and are directed by my energy, I, like the sky, remain ever aloof. So that's how Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains. Okay, so today we are going to have a little short class. I'll finish this discussion and I leave you all for contemplation because some emergency seva has come for me. So today is a short class and please read Prabhupada's purports on these three verses and please contemplate. That's an exercise as part of the remaining time of the class. I'll have to leave now. There is some emergency seva. I have important tasks to attend. So we'll stop here. Granthra Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I'll take the question answers also tomorrow, but you need not leave now. Although you can leave the Zoom meeting, but you can stay back just 15 minutes. We are supposed to end at 8:15. 15-20 minutes, please read these three purports by Prabhupada and try to contemplate on this. Okay? Hare Krishna.